What is up, people? It is me, Monster58. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. Last time we ended up delivering the parcel from the Pokemon all the way to, or whatever package that Professor Oak needed. He gave us some Pokedexes. We battled Trace twice because we ended up battling him in the... Excuse me, little Pidgey. Ended up battling Trace twice because we battled him in the lab, and then we ended up going back to Viridian City, and then we battled him on the route that's closer to the Pokemon League. Ended up showing a few encounters and made our way here into Viridian Forest. But like the tutorial just said, you can use a bag and then you can go and use raspberries, but I'm not going to bother using it here because we don't care to catch this Pidgey. So, but in this episode, we're going to continue making our way. We are going to make our way through Viridian Forest to the north. As you can see, there's a Butterfree here, and it flew away. Whatever. You might notice that there's some Pokemon with this red and blue or blue aura around them. Well, this basically means a Pokemon has different sizes. You remember how in the Pokedex there were Pokemon that have different sizes when you catch them? Pokemon with red aura around them means essentially that they are, large, and Pokemon with blue aura means that they are considered small Pokemon. So let's take a look at this Kakuna here, which obviously is the evolution of Caterpie. You can see it's huge. So we'll go back here. We'll do the raspberry here. Use the raspberry, and then we will... Boom, very nice. This should be pretty good. As Pokemon get tougher and tougher to catch, you'll notice that the circle around them will go from essentially green to sort of like a yellow-green to yellow to sort of orangey to basically dark orange or straight up red, because guess what? The harder the Pokemon is to catch, the darker the color. So as you get to orange and basically really dark orange, you essentially get to a Pokemon that is very, very, very difficult to catch. So using those raspberries will help reduce that amount, because obviously you have the ability to have them love you more, right, by giving them berries. So I already caught the Kakuna, but we don't really care for it. Go here. Found an antidote. Let's see what this sign says right here. Trainer tips. For poison, use antidote. For paralysis, use Paralyze Heal. Get them at Pokemon. So yes, there are these things called status conditions in bug-type Pokemon, particularly here in the Eterna Forest. Or Eterna Forest, this isn't Gen 4. And Viridian Forest are known for inflicting status conditions, such as paralysis, poison, and stuff like that. And so, when you have Pokemon that are inflicted by those status conditions, you use those to heal them. You know, use the Paralyze Heal to heal from paralysis, antidote for poison. I didn't read the first part of his speech, but come on, let's battle him. Alright, so we run into a new trainer class here. We run into bug catchers. These guys are essentially just youngsters that are bug-type specialists. Sends out a Caterpie, but this guy should be very easy to kill here, so we'll throw our Pikachu out. And we're going to just use Thunder Shocker. Should be good. Waha! Back Caterpie. Idiot. 11 XP. Nothing crazy, but... Actually, I'm going to deposit. Probably going to deposit Kakuna here, so give me 1 second. Alright, with that out of the way, let's make our way through Viridian. Trainer tips. How you try and catch a Pokemon depends on the kind of controller you're using. If you change your controller, you can check the help option that appears on the Pokemon catching screen for a quick tutorial, so thank you. Since we have the ability to encounter a Pokemon that's considered small, we're going to do the, yeah, so it goes, it's tiny, and then we'll end up just, I just want to show that. So don't need to catch this Pokemon, because I'm trying to keep Pikachu relatively leveled, because our next big fight, the highest level Pokemon in that is level 12. So, like I said, do not want to worry about being overleveled. I mean, I probably will, and that's a bit unfortunate, but what are you going to do? Let's go grab this Pokeball right here. 3 raspberries, can't complain there. I think in the original games, and if I really forget, that's a potion or a Pokeball. Can't remember which. I think there's a lass over here that we can fight, so we're going to fight her real quick, yeah. I know I said I don't want to, oh, does she have a Pikachu? I'm sorry, I didn't read that, but, yeah, I know I said we didn't want to, but of course these are trainers, and at the end of the day, the trainers will give you XP, so... Oh, okay. Rattata. Very easily use double kick on this thing and it'll die. There we go, and... Kaboom! I don't know how about you guys feel, but I'm very excited for Legends ZA. I recently also got back into collecting Pokemon cards, which is probably not the best thing in the world, especially with how Pokemon cards are right now, but I'm really excited to see cards as they come out because with essentially Mega Feraligatr, Mega Meganium, and Mega Embor being confirmed with the starters, it's going to be really, really exciting to see those Pokemon in card form. Because Feraligatr is one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. I love crocodiles. If you guys look at my bio on Twitter and on my Instagram, I love crocodiles. Alligators, my favorite animals of all time. So really excited to see that. I ended up actually, for those of you who do collect the cards, I got Mega Evolution recently. Very lucky, was able to do that. I pulled the Mega Gardevoir EX SIR, so that's sick. Not the gold one, not like the Mega Hyper Rare one, but I did get the SIR, which is absolutely insane. I also pulled the Venusaur too, so got some really awesome cards. It looked absolutely gorgeous, and the whole set just looks gorgeous. Before I knew it, I lost. Yeah, you did lose. I got Pokeballs. I stole his Pokeballs, man. That sounds terrible out of context, but I did take some Pokeballs from him, essentially, if you think about it. But let's keep moving through here. I believe you can also encounter Beedrill in this, considering you can encounter Butterfree as well. But both of those Pokemon are pretty pointless going forward, especially when you consider, like, the only time that Beedrill gets something really good is actually in this game, but I don't think it's worth trudging through the entire game with just a Beedrill. And also, Butterfree doesn't get anything until Gen 8, so, and that's in the Dynamax version in, was it in... Why am I forgetting? It's Galar, right? So, even moving through here, looks like we got another Lass here. We'll fight her. Hey, do you know did Bulbasaur appear in this forest? Now, if I'm not mistaken, that is one Pokemon that's a new encounter in here that you can actually get. You can actually catch Bulbasaur in this forest because you obviously don't have access to the starter. Now, I'm not going to be using a Bulbasaur on my team, even though it's really, really cool, and I would love to because Bulbasaur is awesome. We are not going to be using a Bulbasaur on our team. I already have, like I told you, I have the team mapped down. I'm actually scrolling through it on my second monitor right now with, well, the same monitor that the recording for this episode's on. And we are not going to be using one, because I don't want to use any of the major starters on our team. But we'll see if we end up running into a Bulbasaur while we're in here. But I do promise you, I believe that it is possible to run into Bulbasaur here. Because I remember very faintly, but I do remember catching Bulbasaur in this forest. What does the sign say? Share your tips. Shake your Joy-Con when it's not attached to your system and you can play with your partner. Oh yeah, I guess that is one way to activate it. I actually didn't remember that was the thing. So I guess you can shake your Joy-Con or something like that, and you can actually have the Pokeball Plus, so you can actually get to play with a Pikachu without actually going into the menu and hitting the play with Pikachu. So another bug catcher. Let's see what this guy has. Yo, you can't punk out in the battle if you're a real Pokemon trainer. I ain't punking out, kid. You're gonna get punked in a second. You are challenged by Bug Catcher Doug. Alright, Doug. You got a Pokemon that can only use Harden. Nice job, man. Well, unless it has Poison Sting, but let's see if it does. If it survives. Because it's still level 3. Pikachu is level 10, so... Quah! Oh, it survives. Yeah, I think I assume this thing only has Harden. Alright, defense. We're just gonna go in quick attack. Boom. This is one move I'll tell you, by the way. I'm looking at my old playthrough of this game. When I first played through it, Quick Attack ended up being a move I kept on Pikachu because just the priority is really nice, especially with the stat increases that this Pikachu gets. This Quick Attack is actually pretty strong, all things considered, especially for a Pikachu. But I love our matching outfits. I'm always a sucker for like matching stuff like that. Specifically, I'm a sucker for matching colors. You know, like hat with shoes and stuff like that. I'm that type of person who enjoys matching those colors, so. Alright, I think we got one more train, one or two more. Actually, no, I think we got one or two more after this. Because the map just looks a bit weird to me, because obviously it's a more, they have sort of this 3D plane in a way, because of the art style of this game. Having played Fire Red and Leaf Green so many times, seeing it from more the classic top-down view and then going to this one throws me off, but... Wah! Alright. Very nice, and Lepidgey's dead. We got 19 XP, and we are level 11. Woo! Let's go! Level 11! Very nice. Your party Pokemon also got XP points. Beat Last Jocelyn. Your battle was right on target. Damn straight it was. Alright, let's keep it moving. Got a Nidoran male that sadly we're not going to use on our team, but I would have loved to use it on my team. But yes, if you're looking for a Pokemon to help circumvent, like, a weakness, and you need, like, if you're playing this game and you want another Pokemon to circumvent, like, some rock or ground weaknesses, definitely wait in here for a Bulbasaur. It's rare. I don't know the percentage. You'll probably see the percentage of encounter on screen. But you can absolutely catch a Bulbasaur here, and that'd be great, because Venusaur is a great tank. In my opinion, especially because you have the ability to catch Bulbasaur here, it kind of makes Vileplume feel not as good. With Venusaur existing as a wild encounter, it makes Vileplume not look nearly as appealing as it would have if Bulbasaur wasn't an encounter that you could get here. Alright, another bug catcher down, another Metapod, very similar to the Kakuna trainer. So, you beat bug catcher Sammy. You're good at this. Yeah, damn straight I am. And I don't know how many times I'm gonna say damn straight. But, man, that name Sammy reminds me of the guy, the Sammy Classic Sonic fan. That's the time I hear that name now. But looks like we made it our way out of Viridian Forest. Let's see if there's... you got to say. And here's the skinny trees on the roadside that can be chopped down with a secret technique called chop down, I hear. Alright. You got to say. The higher Pokemon CP, the higher its combat power is. I hear CP is made up of various stats and things combined. Now, that's one thing I'm not the most familiar with, and how CP translates into this game. I might put something on screen or a link in the description, but yeah, I'm not the most familiar with how the CP works with translating into this game instead. So, all right, got Pokeball over there, but I don't think we can quite get it yet. But everyone, welcome to Pewter City, the first city. Trace. Hey, nice. I was hoping we'd run into each other. Alright, Trace. Now, there's a Pokemon gym up this way, right, Nick? You can battle against the gym leader here, and he's seriously strong. Want to get stronger, you've definitely got to try and take him on. Ha! Geez, Pika. You ready for a good battle too, huh? Who wouldn't be? Alright, then you're making me want to cheer you guys on too, so take these. Got 5 potions. Okay, that's pretty nice. This definitely doesn't happen in the originals, but yeah, you put the potions in your medicine pocket. I bought some for you with the prize money I've been earning in all my battles. Beat that gym leader, Nick, and you can really call yourself a true trainer. Give it your best. Yeah, so we have our next objective is pretty clear, and it's to battle the Pewter City Gym Leader. Trainer tips. All the Pokemon in your team can get XP points even if they don't fight in battle, which is a criticism of this game, and I totally understand it. I'm not the biggest fan of every Pokemon getting XP points as well. But let's explore Pewter City. First things first, let's go and heal, though, from Nurse Joy. Always, I think, a way to christen your new town as you play through Pokemon, as long as it has a Pokemon Center, is to obviously go into a Pokemon Center and heal your Pokemon. So I'm going to deposit Kakuna, and I'm actually going to bring you guys to a mart just so you guys can take a look. Now, when it comes to Pokemon, actually, well, you know what? I'll describe it when we get to the mart. So give me 1 second and let me deposit Kakuna here. Alright, let's make our way to the Pokemon Mart. So, I haven't actually been in one. I should have went to the one when we were in Viridian, but that's my fault, so I apologize for that. But walking into a Pokemon Mart here. So, when we go here to the counter, welcome, how may I help you? So, you can buy you can buy Pokemon. Well, you can technically do that. You can buy Pokeballs, potions, antidotes, burn heals, ice heals. Now, these are completely pointless because there's really no Pokemon right now, even Awakenings. The Paralyze Heal and the antidotes are actually pretty useful still because we just went through Viridian Forest. But when it comes to Pokemon Marts, they will change their inventories and increase them depending on how many gym badges you have. So the further you get into the game, essentially the stronger the healing items and all that stuff will become, and that you'll get access to, including Pokeballs. Pokeballs will continue obviously to get stronger with Great Balls as well as Ultra Balls. But yeah, just something that I wanted to show you guys because I didn't end up going to a Pokemon, and they look really nice in this game. I really do like how they look. So let's head back out here and explore Pewter City a little bit. Got a guy with a Geodude right here. So what does he have to say? It's so refreshing. Pewter City stays lovely and cool since it lies at the base of the mountain. Yes, and that is a mountain that we will be exploring in not too long. There's a little garden down here. I believe this is the Pewter City, Pewter City, a stone gray city. As you can tell, the type of Pokemon we're going to be fighting. Psst, do you know what I'm doing? No. I'm spraying lure around to get wild Pokemon to visit my flower beds. Okay. Psst, you know what I'm doing? No. I'm spraying Repel around to keep wild Pokemon out of my flower beds. So, I believe that that's how they, Repel still works relatively the same as it did in previous games, where it prevents you from running into wild Pokemon for a certain amount of steps. But I can't exactly remember how lure works in this game. But there's one place we should visit here in Pewter City, and we'll head up this way to do it. Now, I believe up here with the Slowpoke, so let's talk to this lady, I think. Oh, hi Nidoran. Stretching out and relaxing, that's cute. Oh dear, what am I supposed to do with you, Slowpoke? Oh, hello there, do you think you could do me a favor? Sure. I want to go to the Pewter Museum, but my dear Slowpoke here is just refusing to budge. Poke. Do you think you could keep an eye on my dear Slowpoke for a little while? Sure. Okay, thank you very much. In that case, please keep my dear Slowpoke company for a little while. Slowpoke. Slowpoke is staring blankly ahead. You spend a relaxing time with Slowpoke. Slowpoke, one of my favorite Pokemon from this generation too as well. I really do like Slowpoke. I've used Slowbro plenty of times in other playthroughs. Thank you for keeping an eye on dear Slowpoke. Here, this is for your trouble. Got a Big Pearl. So Big Pearl is just a selling item, so you get big bucks for this. I think it's about 5 to 10 grand. I can't remember how much you get for it. But is there... Because in the original games, I think there was a hidden item. Seems embarrassed. Let's see. Is it here, maybe? No. I think there used to be a hidden item here. In the original games, but I guess not in this game. But as she said, the one thing she wanted to visit was the Pewter Museum, and so let's go and visit it, because this actually becomes rather important later. Pewter Museum of Science, so let's head in. Talk to the front desk clerk. Hello, it's 50 for kids. Would you like to come in? Yes, I would. Right, 50. Thank you. Please enjoy yourself. So, yeah, I don't think we can interact with this, but as you can see, we got some fossil Pokemon here. And the Pokemon, let's see. Wow, an ancient Pokemon. Oh, it's just a replica. Yes, it is. Got some fossils here, which is pretty cool. Let's talk to this guy real quick. I should be grateful for my long life. Never did I think I would get to see the bones of a dragon. Yep. Alright, let's head upstairs, because I can't exactly remember... Let's see. This one, they're running a space exhibit. Yep. What's this? Hey, you're Pikachu. No two Tachu can never tear apart such a bond. I want a Pikachu. It's so cute. Daddy, can you please get one for me? Yeah, I'll get you Pikachu soon. I promise. I believe if you catch a Pikachu for him, he will give you something. I can't remember. Moonstone, huh? What's so special about it? Looks like an ordinary rock to me. Well, Moonstone, for those of you who don't know, is one of the evolutionary stones. That's why it's popular. Let's see what... Huh? Looks like Nidoran is looking seriously at the Moonstone. Oh, yeah! Okay, so the way you evolve Nidoran's evolution into Nidoking, obviously, is through a Moonstone. And I forgot that in this game, there are interactions that Pokemon have with certain stones like that. So if a Pokemon evolves with a stone, and it's visible in the overworld like this, it will sort of walk up to it, to sort of acknowledge that, hey, this is how I evolve. This guy has to say, it's been decades since mankind stood on the moon, and now we're following the dream, standing on that faraway red planet. News about space always makes me so excited. Me too, man. I like the idea of space and how it looks and everything like that. During the summer, I usually have like these to help myself, settle in for the night and go to sleep. I usually have like space videos, like space calming videos. It just helps ease my mind. I tend to be an overthinker, but this guy, I believe, is someone we need to talk to. Can we talk to him over the? Can we not? I think there's another entrance here. So we visited that, but there's an entrance, I think, on the side here. Yes, up here. Let me see if we can go up here. What did you notice? Nidoran male found something in the plants. We found a Nanab berry. Alright, now that is obviously banana backwards. But that basically makes Pokemon a lot of Pokemon jump and move around. This prevents them from doing that. Oh, we can't access it until we get that chop down technique that one guy was asking for. But this is important because those guys that we're going to be talking to, let's just say have something to do with those Pokemon fossils that we have, that we saw in the actual museum. But I know we didn't do too much. We made our way through Viridian Forest, but Next time on Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, Pewter City Pokemon Gym Leader Brock, the rock-solid Pokemon trainer, we will be taking on the Pewter City Gym. Actually, wait, there is a Pokeball down there. Can I get that? Hold on. Yes, we were able to get it. There we go. On X defense. Now, X items, in short, before we end off the episode, basically you can use them to increase your stats by 1 stage. So, in battle, when your Pokemon have their stats decrease or increase, that's what we call by stage. And X items are essentially like just, artificial versions of stat increases. So if you want to increase your Pokemon's defense, X items can be an excellent way to do that. But like I said, we went through Viridian City, we explored and got to Pewter City. Trace gave us some potions in preparation for our gym battle with the Pewter City gym leader, who specializes in rock-type Pokemon, known as Brock, who I mentioned last episode. So, like I said, next time on Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, we'll finally be taking on our first gym of the series in the Pewter City Gym. So I hope you guys really look forward to that and enjoy it. So, I thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video. Please like, comment, rate, and subscribe. Share this video with your friends. Also, follow me on those socials. Those will be linked in the description below. And with that, guys, once again, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this episode, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Peace.
High ambitions and the right mind can take you so far. It's like you lived a few lifetimes.